des Elton Safety Shoes German Darts Grand Prix 2025. 48 Spieler haben dieses Event begonnen. Nur noch 2 sind übrig und nur einer verlässt München als Champion. Das Finale live und präsentiert von der PDC Europe. Hier aus dem legendären Zenit. Und jetzt ein letztes Mal. München, seid ihr bereit für das? Dann kommen hier unsere beiden Finalisten. Wir begrüßen zurück aus den Niederlanden die aktuelle Nummer 24 der Welt. Ein Sieger auf der Pro Tour, ein European Championship Halbfinalist. Er steht in seinem 2. European Tour Finale. Welcome back, Gian van Er ist die aktuelle Nummer 3 der Welt. Der Gewinner von 156 PDC-Titeln. Ein mehrfacher World Matchplay, World Grand Prix und Premier League Champion. Er steht in seinem 50. Finale auf der European Tour. Der dreifache Champion!
To the final 2 here in Munich. A huge Monday of darts leaves us with 2 players at the peak of their powers, both averaging over a ton for the tournament coming into this one, and both playing some majestic darts. It's a replay of the Hungarian Darts Open final last year, in which Michael van Gerwen prevailed in a last leg shootout, but only after Gian van Veen had missed a shot for the bull. It's a remarkable 50th Euro Tour final for Michael van Gerwen, looking for a record-extending 38th win. Survived match darts against Kim Huybrechts and hasn't had too many problems thereafter. What about his opponent, Gian van Veen? Homed up with 102 average and beating Rennie Idams in round 1. But the performance that topped the lot was that semi-final with Luke Little, in which he averaged almost 111. Won his first senior PDC title just a few weeks ago. Is he about to win his first European Tour title? Destiny awaits. Will Van Gerwen be back in the winner's circle, or will Van Veen become the 40th winner of a European Tour event? Race to 8.
135.
A possible 4th title for Van Gerwen in this event. Possible first ever for Gian van Veen. Now McCall with me for the final. What a final we've got. 2 players playing some wonderful darts.
A Dutch darting icon of the present and perhaps one of the future. Gian van Veen may come of age on the European Tour in just a matter of minutes' time. Very impressive against Luke Littler, as you say.
38.
But Michael van Gerwen has been very impressive in general across the tournament, particularly on his doubles, which is the reason why he is here. He hit a 9-darter
36
earlier this afternoon. He wiped the floor with Ryan Searle. First 9 darter Munich has seen over the years in this event. And that wasn't enough for MVG. Levelled up to 100% on the doubles in the quarter-final. Didn't miss a thing. And then against Josh Rock was almost 60%. And he's down to 54 after just 12 darts now.
54.
Yeah, for a holder throw. Tops he needs.
34.
Can't find it.
January 129.
Well, they've had 9 ton plus finishes between them. Is there another one on the way here? There could be. Oh, there could be. This is showboating. Oh, he thought it had gone in. He celebrated. He thought it had gone in.
20.
And it bounced just the wrong side of the wire. Drama early on here.
Yeah, so the first
As Van Gerwen takes out 2 10s, but Gian there was celebrating a win that he hadn't yet got.
Remarkable beginning to this final.
140.
In that Hungarian Darts Open final that you talked about, Michael won at 8-7. And Gian van Veen missed the dart at the bullseye. Yeah, he was gone, wasn't he? He was off. Celebration time very nearly. But in that final in Budapest, Michael van Gerwen kicked off the match with a 170 finish.
140.
Well, between the two of them, we've seen good stuff early on in their games.
140.
We've only ever had 3 different winners of the German Darts Grand Prix.
170.
Speaking of 170s,
121. $83. Michael, you required 91.
this is for 2-0 then. And a breaker throw. Not to be for MVG.
Gian require 38.
Is he going straight at it? No, he's going to split it. 6 for double 16. Pretty good on this in the semi-final. But early woes on the doubles for Gian, and Van Gerwen will get a chance at tops for a 2-0 early lead in the final in Munich.
James on the second leg, Michael Van Gerwen. Third leg, Michael to throw first.
MVG,
Game.
66% on the doubles for the day. He's not dropped below 55% through the whole tournament.
100.
Well, this is their 3rd meeting of the year already, they met. In the last 16, the European Darts Open.
134.
Göttingen. When Van Gerwen was a 6-4 winner, despite the fact that Van Veen averaged over 102.
100.
They then met again in a Players' Championship 5 in Leicester. Van Veen averaged a mere 108 as he brushed aside Van Gerwen's 101.49. So they generally bring the best out of each other, these two. Mention that tussle they had in Hungary that went all the way down to the very last leg. I'd be surprised if this one went quite deep.
Well, when MVG wired the bull for that,
133.
sorry, when Van Veen wired the bull to win the match on 118, Van Gerwen swept in with a 110 to win. Clutch.
26.
Van Gerwen.
100.
And this for the first leg for Gian van Veen. Can he go under it?
He
can.
For the third leg,
Yes,
Gian
he
Van
can.
Veen. Fourth leg, Gian to throw
Breaker
first.
throw as well for Gian van Veen.
Well, he's had darts in the opening 3 legs, Gian van Veen. You always feel a bit sorry for him. When you're in that second semi-final, you don't really get much of turnaround, do you? You're literally off the board, maybe get a quick refreshment, and then you're back on again. Van Gerwen's had a little bit of time to rest.
44.
Yeah, it suits some players, but doesn't suit others. Some people would rather have a shorter turnaround time. Others would rather a break, unique to every
93.
individual. Michael Van Gerwen has shown in every situation that he's capable of winning. 50 European Tour finals. That is insane. And 37 of them.
Yeah.
58.
Not won since that final in Hungary. They'll be keen to get another title on the board.
431.
Hit the 9 earlier on, but reminder, in his opening game, Kim Huybrechts had 3 darts to knock him out. A sliding doors moment, if ever there was one, for Michael van Gerwen.
$434. January 176.
A level final. Gian van Veen has broken and held his throat.
93.
Get us to this position. 12 darter and a 15 darter from the younger of the Dutchmen.
Well, Michael van Gerwen routed Josh Rock earlier on. Reeled off 5 successive legs to win 7-2. Gian van Veen, he started in blistering style against Luke Littler, who then hit him back and was absolutely rampant as he reeled off 4 on the spin before Van Veen closed things out with 4 of his own. 2 very impressive semi-final performances, and we're all level. 4 legs in.
Well, that final in Hungary was a victory that ended MVG's European Tour drought of 16 months at the time. He also hit a 9 darter that weekend. Ominous, maybe. Yeah, maybe. What can Gian do from here? Needs a treble.
40.
That was a poor last start. So Van Gerwen might feel he's got 2 goes at this, but he's gone the outer ball. Needed the treble 20.
65.
Didn't find it.
January 146.
This would be Van Veen's biggest checkout of the tournament. His biggest checkout of the tournament in the final against Michael van Gerwen to break him.
430. Michael required 56.
It's a good effort, but it might not be enough to win him the leg, because Van Gerwen is in for tops. It's a hold of throw. You just wonder, it might be a big checkout that swings this match one way or the other.
Well, he's had plenty of them, MVG, hasn't he, across the weekend here in Munich. 5 come-plus checkouts. 4 of them have been 140 or above.
Well, he hit the 141 to seal the 9, and then hit 154 in the very next leg against Ryan Searle. It was doubling of the highest order.
Yeah, Ryan Searle just had no answer. No opportunity to come up with an answer. You could tell by the look on his face in that game. What am I meant to do against this when Michael van Gerwen's playing this well?
Well, MVG was on the other end of it on this very stage last year when he faced Luke Humphries, who averaged 112 and beat him 8-1.
Well, he's not here, Luke Humphries, but he'll be celebrating anyway, won't he? Beloved Leeds United back in the Premier League. Michael van Gerwen needs a couple of trebles. Well, he's not going to get them to get back in the leg. Gian van Veen is set in a very good position here.
Yeah, double 16 then for 3-3. Missed it a few times, hasn't he? All right, he'll be back. It might not be a problem, but he has missed it a couple of times already in this match. Very good down there in that semi-final win over Littler.
95. January required 32.
Ton for Van Gerwen, but will he get a look at it? 32 then for 3-3. That's more like it.
Something like Mark will throw first. Game on.
Well, he has missed 7 darts at double in this game, Gian van Veen, but the game is level.
100.
Also averaging better than Michael van Gerwen at the moment.
He's had every leg he could have won. He could be 6-0 up. Van Gerwen, as you rightly pointed out, ruthlessly efficient. Give him a chance, he's going to take it. Van Veen has got to outscore him, outmuscle him, and keep those chances to a minimum.
58.
Well, so far, across the weekend, he has done that. More scores of 130 or more maximums for Gian van Veen than Michael van Gerwen.
99.
Well, he brought some sweets to the stage with him, didn't he, earlier? I think he's just having a munch on one of them now, Gian.
Could have dropped us a few off in the commentary box, couldn't he? Sharing's caring.
96.
Birthday boy tomorrow as well, Gian.
108.
Good pressure.
Likely require 106.
Precious for ties and footballs. Not for Michael van Gerwen. 4-3 leads, halfway to the 8 he needs to win the title for the 4th time.
108.
Gian van Veen will have plenty to say about that as he knocks in a second maximum.
100.
Yeah, if MVG does go on to win, you rightly point out, it'll be his 4th title in the German Darts Grand Prix, but his first for 6 years. Hasn't won it since 2019. He won the first 3 editions of the tournament, including the first one, which wasn't in Munich in 2017, but has since been here in Bavaria. And the first 2 editions of the GDGP in Munich were won by MVG.
96.
3 on the spin.
Yeah, good use of the outer ball there, because a single would have left him on a non-finish. Look at, well, he's too good for his own good there. He didn't want the second ball.
60. Gian requires 16.
Well, he's given a chance anyway. And it's a chance that he accepts.
Right leg, Mark will throw first. Game.
MVG nudges ahead. Gian van Veen brings himself level. We're seeing a pattern emerge here
96.
in the last 4 legs.
It's got the feeling
58.
it could be going a long way. Jan's a happy man.
123.
Well, that was a 13 darter for Van Veen. It's a 12 darter as well to make it 2-1.
59.
Needs a break though, doesn't he? Got one in leg 3, but he needs another one.
140.
If he's going to win this match. Both players still averaging over 100 for the tournament. Outstanding achievement.
84. Likely 142.
The shot's on. Slays up with Van Veen a mile back.
Mark, we require 40.
Been very good at tops today. Been very good at 10s. He's been very good at every double, but not in that visit. Gian van Veen is too far behind to do anything about it. And that's why maybe he could have done with a few more of those
Mark, we require 20.
earlier on in this leg.
Yeah.
Yes, on the night line.
Uses the marker. 17 dart, hold of throw.
Great start to his leg on the darts from Gian van Veen.
He needs one of those against the throw, doesn't he? To really put the pressure on. It's tit for tat at the moment.
58.
No treble to back up the max. Averaging just under 100. Yeah. That was a lackluster visit from the green machine. Steady ton, he's Left the bogey, but he's not really bothered because look where Van Gerwen is. Even if he'd have got a max there, he's still nowhere near a finish. Now the tidy up.
97.
Yeah, if Gian van Veen is going to win this final, you have to deal with different situations. Beating the German number one in Germany. Beating one of the best Dutch players, maybe the best Dutch player there's ever been. And he's going to have a chance to do it if he keeps pegging MVG back. On 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, now it's 5-5. And MVG pops in a max. Well, Gian has had opportunities, but not too many to break the throw. He did break it, as we said. He took out 100 to get the 2-1. Here we go. He's been perfect once today. And he was nearly 6 darts deep again. They can't believe it.
57.
That was very, very unlucky.
60.
Was. Not had too many last leg shootouts in Munich this weekend. It feels we might be heading that way at the moment.
Well, he took this out earlier to send the crowd absolutely ballistic. He won't now, obviously, but it's just a bit more 9-darter practice for him. Oh, so good from MVG.
Yeah, got to go max here if he wants to get to a finish. Hang on. That pressure on about earlier. Getting closer. He enjoyed that one, didn't he? He's 2 away now.
Two really good guides as well on that double 8 from Michael van Gerwen. The first one just looked so inviting to follow it. Second one narrowly missing as well, but the third one accurate enough.
180.
Gian van Veen, earlier on when he beat Martin Schindler, they traded leg after leg after leg, and then he pounced late on in the piece. Is Van Gerwen about to pounce late on here?
Second leg in a row that MVG's kicked off with a maximum.
93.
He's got the darts here, Van Gerwen.
140.
There were back-to-back breaks in legs 2 and 3, but a break now could prove worth its weight in gold.
140.
And it's a great leg of darts from Van Gerwen, who's on 88 after 9, and Van Veen now is relying on Van Gerwen missing.
402.
Not a bad visit,
88.
just in case. That would have been outstanding, but it wasn't. So Van Veen needs a ton. He took this out in leg 3. Going tops. He is. There's one of them. This for a level game. Oh, again the deflection damages his chances.
Van Gerwen will want to eat this up. Yes, he does. He gobbles this up. 2 legs the difference. Fine margins. We spoke about that final in Budapest. Went to a last leg decider.
134.
Van Veen wiring a match dart, and Van Gerwen punished him well. Further examples of that there.
58.
He's not done a great deal wrong, has he? You may look back at those missed darts earlier when he fell behind, and he's been chasing really ever from that point. And it feels like the beginning of the end here as Van Gerwen closes in on that 38th European Tour win.
434.
227 points away from victory, and he's in the red bit again and again.
140.
Well, Gian van Veen, his weight may have to go on for a maiden
59.
European Tour
We
title.
require 87.
Michael van Gerwen, 87 for the title. Sloppy, but he's got insurance.
46.
Well, he's left himself a two-dart combo. Van Veen has had a fine weekend in Munich, but it might be coming to an end here.
100. We require
Van Gerwen for the
41.
title then. His finishing has been top quality all weekend. One match start gone, but the second one is taken. And mighty Michael van Gerwen makes it a 38th European Tour win, and it means the world to him. Been a while since he won a title. He's seen off Gian van Veen, who's had a wonderful weekend, averaged over 100 for the tournament himself, but Van Gerwen was too strong, finishing at 60% across the weekend. He had the perfect leg in that win over Ryan Searle, and he's been dominant from start to finish. And mighty Mike is once again back, and there's tears in the eyes of the Green Machine. This means a lot to him. He is once again a winner on the European Tour. Gian van Veen's weight goes on, but it's been a positive weekend for him. There's the winning moment as Michael van Gerwen is once again a winner in Munich. The fourth time he has won the German darts Grand Prix title. Michael van Gerwen has beaten Gian van Veen by 8 lengths to 5.
Geschichtsträchtiges 6. European Tour Event hier im Zenit von München hatte 2 hochverdiente Finalisten und am Ende einen geschichtsträchtigen Sieger. Wir kommen zu unserer Siegerehrung und begrüßen dafür auf der Bühne die Head of Commercial der PDC Europe, Jackie Bürger, und den PDC Europe Präsidenten Werner von Moltke. Zunächst gratulieren wir unserem Zweitplatzierten des heutigen Abends zu 12.000 Pfund Preisgeld. Er hat hier in München sein zweites European Tour Finale erreicht und großartige Darts gespielt. Großen Applaus für Gian van Veen! Und unser Champion, dem wir gratulieren zu 30.000 Pfund Preisgeld. Seinem insgesamt 38. Titel auf der European Tour. Zum 4. Mal krönen wir ihn zum Elton Safety Shoes German Darts Grand Prix Champion, Mighty Michael van Gerwen. Michael, massive congratulations. European Tour title number 38. And I think we only have to look into your eyes and into your face, and then we can see how much that title means to you.
Yeah, it definitely means a lot to me. We all know where I'm coming from. I've been battling my own battles lately. The last few weeks I'm playing poorly. I didn't do what I could. And I know I got it in me, but you want to show it. You want to show week after week. With the pressure on me all the time, sometimes I get annoyed with that, but I also put pressure on myself. But then to win this tournament, yeah, it means the world to me. People in this crowd, they don't have a clue what this means to me.
Michael, I think last year you won a European Tour title in Hungary, but I think the fashion in which you won this one here in Munich that makes that one a bit more special, because the consistency throughout the day. The only match where you didn't average 10 plus was the final, but apart from that, I think the tournament average is 102, so that makes it mean even more.
Yeah, of course. If you look to my tournament average and the way how I played the whole tournament, I think it was great. But of course, in the final, there's pressures then on my shoulders. But then to do it, then to win it here in Munich during Easter, yeah, if people don't have a clue, it means the world. Absolutely. I needed this. I really needed this.
I mean, a couple of words about your contestant there in the final. I mean, that's the second time. That is the second time you beat him in a European Tour final. He's given his all once again, but it was just a bit too much.
Yeah, but Gian is a fantastic player, and he always gives me a game. And to have a performance from both of us in front of this fantastic crowd, because whatever people say, I really rarely see a crowd like this. This was absolutely amazing.
Michael, I will come back to you in a second. A couple of questions to Gian. Gian, I know it always hurts to lose a final, but what you played here this weekend was absolutely astonishing, especially the semi-final against Luke Littler, averaging nearly 111 against him. What is how do you assess the 3 days that you had here in Munich?
Yeah, I have had phenomenal 3 days. Last year I lost the final to Michael in Hungary. I was pleased to get second. Now, neither of us played a phenomenal game in the final. I played well in my own legs, and then in his legs I didn't perform. And then one leg I missed some doubles, and then he took it out, and that was the game. So he was the deserved winner. And if you would told me on Thursday or Friday you get to the final, I would happily sign for it. But of course now I'm a bit gutted. But to make the final is of course amazing.
It would have been a perfect early birthday present for you, turning 23 in 2 days. But the way you're performing on the European Tour, surely that first European Tour title, that first title on the stage, is just a matter of time.
Hopefully, if I don't draw Michael in the final, then maybe I've got a chance. Now, in the semi-final, I played phenomenal. I was really in the zone. Luke, I got 3-0 up, then Luke changed his darts and he pushed me really. But I'm just really happy with the second place, and hopefully my first European Tour title is coming soon.
Gian, you can be very, very proud of yourself. The last couple of questions go to Michael. Michael, I mean, we're very much in the crunch time now of the early part of the year. The Premier League, there's still all to play for there. To win the title here in Munich and to win it in the fashion which you did, surely must give you the world of self-confidence.
It probably going to give me the confidence I needed this, because we all know I'm in a tough position in the Premier League. I made it myself really tough, but everyone who knows me know that I never give up. I always keep battling, I always keep fighting. That's what you need. Full gas.
Vollgas von Michael van Gerwen. Ist unser Elton Safety Shoes German Darts Grand Prix Champion 2025. Mighty Michael van